bring in attorney and advisor for President Trump for President, Christina Bobb. Also joining us, host of Dick Morris Democracy, Dick Morris. Dick Morris, let's start off with you first. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's filed a criminal complaint against Fulton County DA Fani Willis and Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade in connection to the Georgia election case. The move coming, like we're talking about the improper relationship between the two of them. What do you make of this? Will this have an impact? Will this cause the case to fall apart?
Well, the case is falling apart anyway. First of all, Fani Willis, her name, has said that she will not, probably won't get to prosecute this until after the election. She's saying we'll bring it up maybe in September or October, but for the most part, people believe it will not be before the election. And of course, the case is falling apart because it doesn't say anything. It says that the various co-conspirators work together and it's a RICO statute. But for RICO statute, you have to have a crime at the core of it. And supporting Donald Trump is not yet a crime.
No, it's not.
There's no way that that can be a RICO case that succeeds. But, you know, this is just one of a number of these lawsuits that are desperate Democratic attempts to try to derail Trump any way they can. Absolutely. Joe Biden, he's a defender of democracy. The only problem is he wants to knock Trump off the ballot and deprive Americans of a chance to choose their president.
Yeah, and he wants his chocolate chip ice cream, too. A CNN political commentator, speaking of other cases, admitted that New York Attorney General Letitia James's case against President Trump should have never been brought. Take a listen.
So let me just sort of set the broad parameters. I think this whole trial prosecution was a mistake. I think it's very political. It's somewhat campaigned on an election to do this.
So, Christina, you know that guy's never going to be asked again to be on CNN. Right. You're an attorney. Obviously, the Georgia case is falling apart. The New York civil case should have never been brought forth. Should every person out there that has any kind of political leaning, that leans right, should be afraid? Because if they can do this to President Trump and try and destroy him simply because of his political beliefs, they can do it to me and you. They can do it to Dick, too.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And President Trump has said it at least 100 times that they are weaponizing the government against their political opponent. They're using the power that has been entrusted to them by the people to deprive the people of the right to choose their leaders. So, yes, every American should be very concerned about this. They should be very concerned about the New York case, about the Georgia case, about the D.C. case, and about the Florida case. And everyone should be calling on them to drop these cases. This is a complete circus.
Absolutely. We have less than a minute left. Hunter Biden, he's caved in and has agreed to a closed-door hearing with Congress. His attorney, Abby Lowell, sending Republicans a letter that the president's son would comply with a congressional subpoena if House Republicans issue a new and proper one. Dick Morris, really enough already, right?
Well, the key thing here is that Hunter Biden knows where all the bodies are buried. He literally buried a whole lot of them himself. So the goal of the feds was not to prosecute him for anything he did in connection with the buried bodies, but to dig up this charge about a gun permit application, because that doesn't lead anywhere. And his goal is to go ahead and avoid answering any questions. So I think he'll probably testify. I think he'll take the Fifth Amendment throughout it. And he won't cough up any information about his father.
Christina, 15 seconds to you. What do you think?
I think that's exactly right. They're turning this into a circus, and we have the first family that is laughing in the face of the federal government.
There you have it, Christina and Dick. Thank you so much. And before